Journeymer here, and welcome back to a brand new ranking video. Today we are going to be ranking my top 5 Nintendo franchises. Is that right? We're doing a bunch of Nintendo content because of the whole Switch 2 reveal and the lead up to the new console. I just thought, why not do as much Nintendo content as possible? Now is the time. And real quick disclaimer, I have been battling a sickness, so sorry if my voice sounds deep or if I sound sick. That is the reason why, but thank you all so much for the patience, for the lack of content. But we are here, we're back, and we're going to try and do stuff. I'm pushing through the sickness, try and get this stuff done because I want to, and I don't want to leave you guys waiting any longer. So let's get into it. Top 5 Nintendo franchises. This one's a weird one. This one's an interesting one. My ranking, it's it's kind of all over the place, but we're going to get into it. Thank you also for tuning into the video. If you guys love video games, consider subscribing, share with your friends. Doesn't matter what you love, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, third-party, PC, VR, indie, whatever it may be. Consider subscribing, share with your friends. I appreciate all the support you guys give me, especially the support on this video right here. But without any further ado, let's get into what are my top 5 Nintendo franchises. Now, before we do that, I have 2 honorable mentions. And these 2 honorable mentions are only honorable mentions. They're franchises I wanted to put in the top 5. But I realized I'm only doing that because I've really enjoyed one game. And not only that I've only enjoyed one of the games, I've only played one game in that franchise. Therefore, I don't know how I feel about the franchise. I could just like that game, right? And I may not actually be a franchise fan. So for me, I didn't put these in my top 5 because of that, but I did want to shout them out because I do see these 2 getting in my top 5 at some point. If the next entry, or if I go back and play some of the older ones and I like it just as much. But starting out the honorable mentions, we have Xenoblade. I absolutely loved 3. I think 3 is really, really good, and I've been really, really excited to play Xenoblade X, and I've been thinking I will probably really like X, so I'm really looking forward to that. 1 and 2 I heard is really good as well, so looking forward to that. And then whatever the next Xenoblade game is, I'll be there. And so if it's anywhere near 3, I do think Xenoblade will probably end up being one of my favorite Nintendo franchises. But as of right now, I'm just a Xenoblade 3 fan. So take that how you will. And then my other honorable mention, this one everyone probably expected to be in my top 5, is Kirby. The only game I've actually played of Kirby is Forgotten Land, which I absolutely love. I can't wait for whatever the next mainline Kirby game is, whether it's 3D or they go back to 2D. Personally, hoping for another 3D one, but Kirby's one that, I mean, I love Kirby, right? I love Kirby, don't get me wrong, and I mean, as a character, but I just don't have a lot of experience with Kirby. So as of right now, Kirby's a very young franchise for me. Obviously, he's not young in the grand scheme of things, but I definitely see Kirby making my top 5 at some point, but as of right now, not quite there. So now we get into my top 5, and starting the top 5, we have Yoshi. Yoshi comes in at number 5, and this is Yoshi's Woolly World. This is Yoshi's Crafted World. I think the Yoshi games are super underrated. I think they are so underrated because they are that, can we make an even more kid-friendly Mario game? And that is what it is. It is a more kid-friendly Mario game. It focuses less on the challenging side of it and more on the creative level design aspect of it. And I personally really enjoy that because the level design and creativeness aspect is amazing in this game. Like, there are just level after level, you're like, man, I just love what they're doing with the visuals, whether it is the wool or whether it is the cardboard and arts and craft nature of these Yoshi games, and it's just so lovable, so charming, and it really is just a fun platformer. It's not like, oh man, how can we make the gameplay and controls and the movement feel so precise and so like just dense and have so many things. No, it's just, you know what, let's just have some really creative moments. Let's really just throw our ideas to the wall. Let's have a fun, charming, put in that Nintendo magic, and you get the Yoshi games, and I think that is really good. Now, these aren't, some of the best games of all time or some of the best Nintendo games that you'll find, but I thoroughly enjoy my time with every Yoshi game that I've played so far, and another Yoshi game is one of my most requested games for the Switch too, because it is underrated in my opinion. I think it's super overlooked because it is that more kid-friendly version of Mario. Mario's already kid-friendly, so you know, I do want to see it get that love and appreciation that it deserves, and I absolutely do love the Yoshi game. So Yoshi comes in at number 5 for me. But kicking off number 4, and this is where things get a little bit confusing. I have Super Mario. Now, this is what I'm considering the mainline Mario games. So whether it is the 2D or the 3D Mario games. So Mario Wonder is in this category, Mario Odyssey is in this category, Mario Galaxy is in this category, Mario Sunshine's in this category, New Super Mario Bros. Is in this category, Super Mario Bros. Wii is in this category, right? You get the picture. Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. World. All of that is in this category. And that comes in at 4. Now, y'all may be thinking, this dude just put Super Mario below 3 other franchises of Nintendo only. And yeah, I did. Now, don't get me wrong. Super Mario Bros. Is an S tier, or just Super Mario is an S tier franchise. There's no doubt. Nintendo has a lot of S tier franchises. The reason this is at number 4 is just because I have a personal bias, and I personally have more attachment to the 3 above it. This has nothing to do with the quality or anything. Super Mario, I mean, in terms of quality, Super Mario Bros. Should be number 1, right? So, but Super Mario is still a banger. It is still a banger, and I absolutely love it. I mean, Mario Odyssey, I think, is a dang near false game. Galaxy is one of the most beloved games. I think the Mario 2D games are super duper fun. I love the Wii one the most personally. I just think when it comes to the mainline Mario games, you know, when I'm doing these rankings, what gets in first place, what gets in second place, what gets in third place is those things where anytime a game is announced, anytime I see something about a game, it has my full attention. It has my full attention. It gets me excited every single time, and I just in love with it every single time. While that happens a lot for Super Mario, which is why it's in 4, it happens a lot, majority of the time. It's not instant. Like for 2D Mario games, I kind of have to be sold on the idea. For 3D Mario games, it's not a thing of, this is going to be one of my favorite things of all time. I'm just, this is going to be an absolute banger. I'm super duper excited to play it. Boom. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Super Mario games. So take that how you will. And then coming in third place, and this is, again, where it gets very confusing, is I have the Mario spin-offs. So these are all the non-mainline Mario games. Personally, and when I look at what are my favorite games of all time, and when I look at what are my favorite Switch games, what are my favorite games on the Nintendo consoles, more often than not, the Mario spin-offs are higher than the mainline Mario games. And that is just because I love the spin-offs. Whether it is the Mario Sports, whether it is the RPG ones, whether it is the, if we're counting like Princess Peach Showtime as one, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, not saying I like those games specifically, but Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope is one of my favorite games ever, period. Not even just Nintendo. Super Mario RPG is one of my favorite games ever, period. Mario Super Slugger is one of my favorite games, period. Right? I love Mario spin-offs so much that those are always things I'm always looking forward to what the next Mario spin-off is going to be, and I'm always super duper excited every time that happens, and that's why it is above. Not saying that they are better or they're more popular, because they're absolutely not. It's just personally I tend to gravitate more towards the Mario spin-offs than I do the mainline Mario games, which I know is crazy, but it's got to go with what I know and what I feel like. I can't put out some word garbage to try and mix it up. No, I'm just telling you how it is, and that's how it is. But coming in at number 2, if you guys know me, if you guys been paying attention to a lot of my, what I like and what my favorite things are, you guys probably know my top 2. You may not know the order, but you know what my top 2 is. Coming in at number 2, our runner-up is Pokemon. Pokemon is a childhood franchise of mine. I've played almost like every generation of Pokemon. I've played all the spin-offs. Now, for this, I am including spin-offs as well. I did just kind of combine these two. And Pokemon, man, they just know what to do. They just know what, like, Pokemon's timeless. They just have a formula that just works every time. And then you get the spin-offs like Pokemon Snap, like Pokemon Stadium, like Pokemon Unite. And I just can't help but love Pokemon, man. It just has a vibe and a formula and a style that is just timeless. I just always get excited for everything Pokemon related. And I always love everything Pokemon related. And so, yeah, Pokemon has to come in at number 2. I mean, Pokemon was my favorite franchise for a long time. It was my favorite Nintendo franchise for a long time. It has dropped because I do feel like Pokemon games have been getting worse and worse over the years. But I really hope they start getting better again. But still, nonetheless, they're still some of my favorite games to release out of any franchise for any platform. So have to give them their credit there. But coming in at first place, you guys know what it is. It's Metroid. Metroid is not only my favorite Nintendo franchise, but it is like my second favorite franchise of all time, period, for any platform. Metroid, for me, is the definition of aura. Whether it's the atmosphere, the music, the gameplay, the characters, the design, the colors, the games, the themes, the settings, whatever it may be, Metroid, anytime I think of Metroid, every time I talk about Metroid, every time I hear, every time I see it, I just get this feeling of Metroid is so freaking cool. Metroid is so freaking cool. I love everything about Metroid. When I am playing a Metroid game, I just feel like I'm in such a different zone, and I just feel so in love with what I'm doing that I just know I love this franchise. Whether it is the 2D, whether it is the 3D, Metroid just slaps every time. I've yet to do anything Metroid related or play or see anything Metroid related that I have not liked. It just has an aura and it has this presence to it that is just undeniable. I absolutely love Metroid. For now on, every direct, I'm always begging for something Metroid because I just want more of that feeling of this is so freaking cool. When that cover art of Prime 4 dropped and I saw that, my heart literally dropped. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen because that cover art was freaking amazing and Metroid is so freaking amazing. Metroid Dread is, I mean, I have a video of my top 10 Switch games of all time, so I'm not going to spoil it, but it is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Nintendo Switch game. Metroid Prime is up there as well. And so Metroid had to come in number 1. And not only is it my favorite Nintendo franchise, like I said, it's one of my favorite franchises, period, in general. So have to give it its credits there. Metroid is just, man, I just love Metroid, and I can at this point I can never get enough of it. I'm praying they do a collector's edition for Prime 4 or a limited edition Switch 2. I do whatever you got to do. I'm there for it day one, no matter what. Appreciate anything you guys give me, Nintendo, like for real. But anyway, that's gonna do it for the ranking. Let me know what you guys think down the ranking. I know it's all over the place having the Mario thing split up. I probably should have just combined the two, but for the most part, that is going to be my top 5 ranking. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Leave a comment. What is your ranking down below? I'd love to chat with you. We'll see you in the next one. Johnny Moore out. Peace.